going to leave it all in. We were talking a bit before about, Ben Johnson. Raider fan, would love to have him. Boy, that would be great. Would absolutely love to see that go down. Adam Schefter tweeting out, bear down. Chicago is finalizing a deal to hire Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as its new head coach. So Ben Johnson on his way to the Chicago Bears. I think this move makes a ton of sense. I mean, you look at like taking away from a division rival and bringing it to yourselves. That is huge for the Bears. Just getting some of the institutional knowledge for the Bears and figuring out what the Lions are doing there. I think you get one of the more creative play callers in the league and someone who, as much as they could show from an offensive coordinator standpoint, showed to be one of the next kind of good minds in football on the offensive side with what he has been able to do so far. And so I think this move makes a lot of sense, and it makes the Bears a really interesting team going into next season. This was the guy they needed to have. You go out, you draft Caleb Williams, number 1. You add Roma Dunze as his wide receiver, and then you add a couple of more guys, like DJ Moore's going to be there. Keenan Allen, we'll see. You add a running back around him, and it works out that way. Instead now, but now you need to solidify him with a coach who knows what he's doing. And you bring in a Ben Johnson to do that. I think this is the hire for the Bears. This was the one that could move the needle for them the most. It's great. And then you talk about like building a culture. Ben Johnson has just seen what Dan Campbell can do with that and the importance of doing that. And so now he is going to be able to implement those kind of practices and bring it over to the Chicago Bears. So I think this makes the most sense right now for them. For the other teams who are out there searching right now, like the Vegas Raiders is the one that I focus on the most as a Raider fan. This is a bit of a blow because that was a guy who, like I said, I thought could be a game changer. And I thought could be a guy who could really go out and like alter the course of your franchise. They don't get him. The one now at the top of my wish list, and I don't know how available he'll be. Also, I said Texas, Ohio State earlier in the podcast. I know it's not them. It's Notre Dame. And it's their coach, Marcus Freeman. He has somehow, some way found a way to make Notre Dame likable, which is interesting. And the job that he has done with the Fighting Irish out there in turning that program around, I think that could be a very interesting guy to bring in and try to be the next college coach to turn things around. So a big domino falls in the coaching search today. Also, there was one other bit of news as the Indianapolis Colts are hiring former Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo as their defensive coordinator. So I think that is an intriguing one. It's a bit of a tough landing spot, I think, for Anarumo, who's looking to build up his reputation after the Bengals defense was ass this year. And he goes to a Colts team that I don't think has a ton of talent on the defensive side, but they were very bland and pedestrian a season ago. And so I think getting a little bit more creativity in there is going to be good for the Indianapolis Colts, but they need some horses there now. Pardon the pun.